You're watching WHSV News 3. 11 minutes of nonstop news and weather starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dion Guillory.
And I'm Allison Brewer. Lots of news to get to. First, we start with breaking news tonight. The Virginia General Assembly has accepted Governor Bob McDonnell's amendment denying abortion coverage. This is for people who buy policies through the state's federally funded health insurance exchange. McDonnell's amendment passed the Senate by just one vote.
We're also following another breaking news story tonight, this one on gun control. The Connecticut Senate voted for gun control legislation that would make it the toughest in the United States. The bill strengthens an existing ban on semi-automatic assault rifles, limits the capacity of ammo magazines, and requires background checks for all weapon sales, even those at gun shows. The bill is expected to pass the House within the next hour. And that bill's passing comes just one day after the NRA released suggestions on ways to keep your child's school safe.
The group urging that teachers and staff should be armed. WHSV's David Coy explains why one group isn't on board, though. New at 11.
Allison, the NRA says its suggestions will help shorten response time during a possible attack. One student says this makes her worried. If the NRA suggestions go through, teachers would be able to hold guns to protect their students. JMU junior Dan Oliver says gun regulation should be restricted more, but is willing to hear new policies.
Teachers having guns, I mean, that's not necessarily a problem for me or a thing I would rather them have, but I'm open to it, maybe, to see what the policies are, but most likely I would not want that to happen.
Junior Renner Werchen says it worries her that society has come to a point where it's considering these options. She thinks taking precautions is very important.
To know that a teacher had a gun on them, I don't know if I would feel safe, but at the same time I would be worried that that would have to be a case in general. But at the end of the day, I know that it's so important.
If the government decides to listen to the NRA's recommendations, teachers and school staff would have to take a safety training course that would take up to 60 hours to complete.
The first high school shooting in United States history took place.
A group called Rachel's Challenge tours across the country promoting different ways to fight school violence. It was created to tell the story of a girl who died during the Columbine shootings. Speaker Darren Jackson says, it's the little things that truly make a difference.
If we are kind to one another, then so much pain and tragedy can be averted, and the world can be a better place, and our families can be better, and our schools can be better.
The NRA also made recommendations to change their other security measures at schools, such as cameras, fences, and locks. Dion?
All right, David, thank you. Gun control has been a very hot topic, as you know, in Washington since the Connecticut school shootings. Senator Tim Kaine, one Virginia lawmaker, giving his thoughts on these gun control measures.
I think we'll get something done, something meaningful done. Will it be everything everybody might want? No, but like a lot of legislation, it's about trying to find compromises, and that's what I'm hoping we can do.
And new at 11, Liberty University has changed its concealed weapons policy. This new amendment now lets students and visitors carry concealed weapons in university buildings. Before that, they had to lock up their guns in their cars or at the university police department before heading inside. Faculty and staff were already allowed to carry.
New details emerging on a proposed casino in Pendleton County, West Virginia. The West Virginia Senate is giving the green light to build the casino. We now know which company would develop it and how soon it could be here.
The newest casino in West Virginia could soon be calling this location in Franklin home. To give you a better idea of this location, it's next to the Fisher Mountain Golf Course. A company called LGI Land owns it. The president of LGI, Chris Wren, he tells WHSV his company is ready to hit the ground running.
How do we get people to Pendleton County? And we've been talking about this for several years, and this isn't an overnight project. We've been planning on this and working with local and state representatives to gain support because there is no place for people to stay out there.
Others we talked with say they want the casino to get the red light, including Russell Van Meter.
I think that it would have a negative impact in the community as a result of the traffic that it would bring, the type of people that would be coming into the area.
However, there are others besides Wren who want to see a casino, including Larry Rexroad.
No county stays the same. You're either moving forward or you're moving backwards.
Now the bill passed the Senate today in a 25-8 vote. It of course still needs to pass the House. Also, the county commissioner says if plans for that casino do come through, this could mean improvements for Route 33. And lots of you are talking about this tonight on our TV3 Facebook page. Let's take a live look at some of those comments. Most of you want to see this casino. Becky writes, yes, born and raised in Franklin. I say yes, we need it. There is no jobs here. Stephen writes, they need something in Franklin. And Donna shares, I think it would bring money into Franklin, and that will be good. And you can share your thoughts and opinions with us as well on our Facebook page. Just search for WHSV TV3.
Now to 4 more stories, all new at 11. The General Assembly approves a fine change for texting while driving. It will cost you $125 for the first offense and $250 for a second. This change comes after proposed amendments from Governor Bob McDonnell. The legislation also allows police to pull you over if you're seen texting behind the wheel. Lawmakers took a few minutes to honor a killed Virginia State Trooper and his family. Master Trooper Junius Walker was murdered last month on Interstate 85 in Dinwiddie County. Russell Brown III is charged with his death.
The man suspected of killing a West Virginia sheriff is in the hospital tonight. Flags are at half-staff tonight in honor of Mingo County Sheriff Eugene Crum. Police say Crum was killed in the spot where he usually parked and ate lunch in Williamson. His brother-in-law says Crum would do the right thing.
He was a good man, and he done what he had promised to the people of Mingo County, and he was just doing his job.
37-year-old Tennis Maynard is accused in the killing. No word tonight on his condition. New at 11, a Harrisonburg man is in jail tonight, accused of causing several crashes in Waynesboro while being drunk. Police arrested Shane Phoenix. They say the 33-year-old was nearly unconscious after sideswiping a truck and rear-ending 2 cars. Police say Phoenix tried to drive off, but his car was too damaged. Cops tell us he also tried to run away, but some people grabbed him. He faces several charges tonight, including DUI. More charges could come.
New details tonight on the couple accused of setting dozens of house fires on Virginia's Eastern Shore. One of them has confessed. That's according to court records tonight. It shows that Charles Smith III confessed to setting at least 1 fire from Monday. The ex-firefighter and his girlfriend are accused of setting all but a handful of the 77 fires in that area.
New details tonight on that murdered Texas DA and his wife. Police say they have suspects, but the investigation continues. Deputies say they arrested 56-year-old Nick Morrell for making a terroristic phone threat against an investigator. A memorial service for Mike McClellan and his wife Cynthia will be tomorrow. The funeral is Friday.
Now your first alert storm team forecast with Chief Meteorologist George Hirschman.
A little cold. You probably already noticed that if you were outside at all tonight. Some clouds, not too many, mostly clear skies. A little radiational cooling that helps get the temperatures down. Plus the influx of some northern air right now. That's all going to be changing over the next 24 hours. Satellite radar showing us a few of those clouds, mainly to the south. They're trying to make their way up. They do have some moisture with them, and that should show up in our area tomorrow, late afternoon or early evening. And some measurable rain is the possibility. 37 outside the studios, mostly clear. 31% on the humidity. That's up considerably from where it was earlier. It gets below 25, and that's what prompted the red flag warning earlier today. North winds 7 miles per hour, and right here, generally clear skies out there. Temperatures around the area tonight is called in by weather watchers. 30 in 10th Legion, 31 Timberville, 30 Burton. Yeah, a lot of 30-degree temperatures, and then you get to the south. Well, one, you have the colder air pushing down, the warmer air is pushing up, so we're going to have some higher temperatures to the south. 36 Waynesboro, Churchville, 37 in Stanton. Then Lucy called in with a 33 Sparkling Springs, and cooler numbers as we go to the north end of the valley. We look at the current surface map with high pressure just to the northwest. That's helping to pull that air in from the north for sure. As that high makes it to the coast, we'll get a return flow and things will start to warm up tomorrow. But with that also comes moisture and a chance for some good rain. Hour by hour forecast not showing us much up and down the I-81 at midnight tonight. We do see those clouds just making it into the Commonwealth. And then your morning morning drive time, well, we got some good sunshine to start. It'll be chilly for sure, and a couple of clouds. Moving through the day, though, 5 o'clock, the clouds are in place. The shower activity is just to the south of us, and we see that showing up right around 9, 10 o'clock. Some light showers as we get to the midnight hour. It gets a little bit heavier, and then for your morning drive on Friday, well, most of this is pushing out of the area. Some cloud cover to get started, and there should be some nice sunshine later in the day. Tonight, temperatures in the mid-20s here in the valley. 23 down Waynesboro, Elkton at 23, 24 Woodstock, and around 20 degrees to the west. Might even be a teen or two. As we go to tomorrow, though, well, a little bit warmer. Into the mid-50s here in the valley, around 50 degrees. Petersburg, 51, 52. Moorfield, Buffalo Gap gets to 53 tomorrow. A little more comfortable, a little warmer. Later in the day, some rain, measurable rain, folks. We're talking maybe a half inch or more in most areas. The next 7 days, we're calling for 50 tomorrow. Well, I should say tomorrow morning. Let's do this first. Cold start, and then mid-40s, and then into the lower 50s by 4 o'clock as those clouds build in. The 7-day forecast now coming 54 Thursday, 56 on Friday. Chance for some of those showers to show up in the area. Warming into the upper 50s for your Saturday. Oh, do I think the golf courses are going to be crowded this weekend. With the extended, we'll look at Sunday as temperatures make it into the mid-60s and around 70 on your Tuesday. Definitely warmer weather as we get into next week. Thanks for everybody being so patient. Spring is actually going to show up.
Yes. Oh, but better late than never.
You got it.
We like it. Well, filing your taxes can be very stressful, why some experts say the government can make it easier.
But up next, what a new study shows about do-it-yourself testing for HIV. And you can join the conversation. We would love to hear from you right there on your screen. Ways you can reach Allison and I on Facebook and Twitter. We'd love to hear from you.
New at 11, new science makes testing for HIV easier.
And now you can do it yourself, and that could make it a life or death difference.
HIV is the virus that can lead to AIDS. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that between 800 and 900,000 people in the U.S. are living with HIV, and early detection is crucial for effective treatment. Now a new study finds most people prefer self-testing with in-home HIV kits to getting tested in a healthcare facility. They cite the stigma of HIV, fear of discrimination, lack of privacy, and long waiting lines. Access to do-it-yourself tests motivated subjects to get tested, and the authors say home tests were more likely to result in self-testing by partners. They conclude that self-testing has the potential to send more HIV-positive persons into treatment sooner. One word of caution, the accuracy of home testing kits may vary, so you should consult your pharmacist.
President Obama is laying out a proposal to invest in brain research. The $100 million project aims to find treatments for disorders. Some organizations here in the Valley say it could save lives. The plan would help find treatments for Alzheimer's, autism, and brain traumatic injuries, all problems that Paul Levine sees often. He works with the Valley Program for Aging Services. The group serves hot meals to some suffering from brain disorders. He says research could help many.
Carving this out and saying it's kind of like going to the moon. You know, saying we need to go to the moon. Now they're saying we need to solve this problem.
Congress will have the final say on whether to pay for it. The president will include the funding in next week's budget.
New at 11, if you're afraid to file your own taxes but don't want to pay someone else big bucks to do it, some tax experts say the government could make it easier for you. Experts say the government could take over the process from private companies. Economists say it's not happening because the business of tax preparation is huge.
And if we could make the process easy for taxpayers to simply file online themselves, it stands to reason that they'd save some money. And of course, if you're in business providing services, that would be bad for you.
The companies that charge you to file your taxes say it is a conflict of interest for the government to play the role of tax collector and tax preparer. Now, starting Monday, we are getting you ready for tax day. We will show you how to protect yourself from scam artists trying to steal your refund, plus free file software from the IRS and what to do if you're not ready to file. Our tax tip series starts next Monday at 11, only on WHSV. The They say anything can happen on live TV. We'll explain why this pig went hog wild in a camera.
Can't wait to see that. But first, an order of burger and fries and whatever else is on the menu at this restaurant going to a good cause. How much money we just found out this eatery is raising for 2 teens hurt in a crash.
No charges tonight for a 12-year-old Stanton boy who went for a joyride in his mother's car.
Yeah, the boy got his hands on the car keys while his mom was inside a store. It happened on Grubert Avenue. Neighbors say the kid was flying down the road before he hit a parked van. You see it right there. Both the truck and van have about $3,000 worth of damage. No one was hurt.
Rockingham County offering a training course on how to use its new online filing system. The new system will mainly affect users of the deed room. They will be able to electronically file documents with a company called Simplifile. The court hopes to expand that program. New details tonight on a fundraiser for 2 Augusta County teens hurt in a car crash. Mrs. Rouse's restaurant has raised nearly $3,000 and there's more to come. That money is just donations from customers and businesses. Not included is restaurant sales. David Fitzgerald and Dalton Hinkle were thrown from a car. The restaurant tells us there will be a trust set up in each boy's name.
Great news there. Now, working in television news is a tough job, but someone's got to do it, and you have to be willing to get dirty to get the great stories, and that's exactly what happened to a cameraman in Columbia, South Carolina. Take a look at this. A pig jumped up and bit the camera. Apparently, the new mama pig didn't take kindly to the camera getting so close to her baby.
That is great video.
It's amazing how that can happen. Can you just imagine how bad it smells?
So you got to get dirty to get there.
You see? He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Dirty, because you're getting down and dirty with sports. A lot of baseball, right?
We're going to try to stay clean, but we'll get the good stuff.
Okay, good.
But we're talking about a rivalry which sometimes does get dirty. Talking EMU and Bridgewater, these 2 rivals meeting on the softball diamond for 2 games today. We got highlights from one of them coming up. Plus, Bridgewater baseball back on the diamond for the 2nd time in 2 days. Highlights from that as well. Plus, Gio Gonzalez, the Nationals, continuing their quest for 162-0. Gio gets his first start of the season. Highlights on the way, trying to give them a headache coming up before. Well, Gio Gonzalez had a bit of a rough offseason. Gonzalez finally hearing his name linked with performance-enhancing drugs. Speculations and accusations hurled towards the Nationals hurler. Finished 21 wins and finished 3rd in the Cy Young voting last year. Tonight, though, his first real chance to answer those on the field since those accusations. First start of 2013 today, and Gio giving the Marlins some headaches, though he battled his own early today. No score, but the Fish threatening in the 5th. But look at this play from Gio. 1-6-3 double play. Ends the inning for the Marlins, keeps things scoreless. No score, bottom 5. Hey, he swings the bat, too. It's a Nationals game, so it's in the National League. He goes yard. 2nd career home run. Hit it off a curveball this time. 1-0 Nationals in lead. Top 6, that's all the cushion he would need. He gets the strikeout swinging here. Nats shut out the Marlins 3-0 the final. Buck Showalter and the O's down in Tampa trying to improve to 2-0 like their Beltway rivals. No score, top 1, and it's Chris Davis at the plate just like yesterday. What'd we say? Yeah, he's visiting Jack City. Another 3-run trip. Orioles up 3-0. I don't know where that came from. Top 6, same score, same batter. It's Davis delivering again. 4-0 Orioles out in front. Shelley Duncan's going to hit a home run for the Rays here to get them back in the swing of things. But in the 9th, they were tied. Matt Joyce with the game winner. Orioles go on to fall. 8-7 the final. Bridgewater entered today a game ahead of EMU in the ODAC standings, but with 2 games today, BC had a chance to jump way ahead of their rivals in the league. EMU, of course, trying to block their rivals and help their own cause. Out to Jopson Athletic Complex. This one a doubleheader. Highlights from game 1. No score. Bottom 3. Casey Anderson. She rips this one into left center field. Brings in 1 eagle. Makes things 1-0. Bridgewater out in front later in the inning. Haley Lloyd, she comes to the plate, and she's trying to sacrifice, but things get confusing, right? Slides in safely. Morgan Williams, that is. 2-0 Bridgewater. Everybody's safe. 3-0 Eagles in the 4th. Brooke Throckmorton. I got it a little better this time, Brooke. I'm still struggling. Single to the outfield. Brings in another run. BC cruising, but why not add 3 more? It's Morgan Williams. She bangs this one off the scoreboard. You got to look for it closely. Maybe hear the thump. No. Anyways, Bridgewater goes on to win game 1, 8-0. Game 2 goes BC's way, 11-7. The Bridgewater baseball team on the field on the couple feet away. They were back in action after winning at Shenandoah yesterday. Pitchers duel yesterday, slugfest today. Top one, Mary Washington. They get on the board first. Hot smacks one deep to left. Double brings in 2 runs. BC in an early 2-0 hole. Bottom one, though, Bridgewater comes right back. Johnny Mason, the lefty, slaps this one into right center field. It goes over the fence. That means everybody's coming on. 2 runs on the board. Will make it 3 when he crosses the plate. 3-2 BC in the lead. One more swing, though. Zach Hines, he slaps this one down the right field line. That brings in Andrew Hacker. BC goes out in front, but they gave up 4 runs in the 9th. Mary Washington University comes back to win 8-7. BC falls to 17-7. But the good thing is they are, of course, undefeated in ODAC play. Plus, Matt Brady, he picked up some hardware today for the Duke's postseason run. Brady named the National Association of Basketball Coaches Co-Coach of the Year for District 10. District 10, just a fancy way of saying the CAA. Bill Cohen from Northeastern sharing the honor. He's shaking hands with Brady there. The Huskies, the regular season champs of the CAA, but Brady and the Dukes beat them in the CAA title game for their first CAA title in 19 years. So, of course, co-champs, that's a nice way of saying you both win.
Right.
Yeah. We all won today.
It doesn't hurt to be fancy every now and then.
Well, District 10, I had to tweet it. I said, I'm thinking of a Hunger Games joke or a high school, and I don't know which. I went with the high school reference. But District 10.
Okay.
You get it.
We'll go with it.
All right.
All right. Let's see what fancy celebrities Jimmy Kimmel has on his show after us.
Thanks. Tonight we have music from Gary Allen. Bob Costas is with us, and look at this. It's Russell Brand.
Hello, everybody. I'm Russell Brand, the guest.
He's Russell Brand, and he's Russell Brand.
Oh, lots of laughs there. And on Letterman, Louis C.K. and the Flaming Lips.